All right, warm-ups today. Oh no, someone has murdered Justin Bieber. So if you're watching at home, you may want to pause and try these two, but I'm going to go over them. First one's pretty easy. You plug in 0, you get 0 over 0, which doesn't work. That's not D&E. That's officially the math term that you probably won't ever have to use is indeterminate. Like that's not enough information. We don't know what that is. So we factor it. X plus 4, x minus 2 over x minus 2. The x minus 2's cancel. Then we can do substitution, and we get 6. And we find out that the guilty party is Taylor Swift. You should have known. Romeo and Juliet, nothing. She's got a vicious side to her. Number 2, sine of 4x over 3x. Well, we don't really know that limit. The one we know, I'm going to pull the 1/3 out front, is if the argument and the denominator are the same thing. Then it's 1. But the argument and the denominator have to be the same thing. Well, we can kind of make that happen if we just put a 4 in the bottom to make a match. Of course, you can't just put a 4 in the bottom unless you also put a 4 in the top. And then this part is one that we just have to know is 1, but we got a 4/3 out front. So, a foam baseball bat. Repeated blows, I guess. I don't know. Number 3, looks like you guys did pretty quickly. Again, if you guys are at home, hit pause and multiply by the conjugate. I don't want to spend time doing it because it looked like all of you eventually got to 1/6. So in an RV, whose RV, what was going on beforehand, I don't want to know. And the last one is the reason we're doing this warm-up. I mean, other than it's kind of fun and a little bit silly, but that question or one like it is on the test. So make sure you understand what's going on in this last one. The other 3 could be on the test because they're review. But this one, as you guys said, it looks like the definition of a derivative. In fact, I'm just going to write out the definition of a derivative and kind of see how it matches up. It matches up. Whoa, I need a limit on there. So it matches up pretty close. The h matches. There's an x plus h. In fact, it would match up exactly if f of x is cosine of x. So that's the first recognition is, okay, this is asking me to take the derivative of cosine of x. So rather than, and I guess this is hard because it leads you down the path, the first 3 you do algebra tricks to figure out the limit. This one, there is no algebra trick to do this. Like there's no way that I know of to handle this like with some algebra trick. The only way to do it is to say, oh, I know what they're doing. They're trying to take the derivative of cosine. Well, I know what the derivative of cosine is. Not from that, but just because we learned it the other day, was negative sine. So Bieber apparently had beaten Taylor Swift's high score on Fortnite while they were playing in the RV, and she got mad and grabbed the phone bat and beat him to death. And there's your warm-up for the day. Again, that last one, the other 3 are review, always subject to a multiple choice question on the test, but there is one on the test pretty similar to this one in terms of not that the derivative of cosine is negative sine, but in terms of matching up, recognizing the definition of derivative, and then using that. Let's look at the calendar. We haven't had a chance to do that yet today because you walked right in and solved the mystery, the murder mystery. So it's Friday. It's A day for people in person. So my A people will test on next Wednesday, and the B people will test next Thursday. The good news is I'll see you, either group, once more to have a review. We'll do a little bit of trig, a little bit of chain rule, time together, and then you'll be reviewed up and ready to go for the test next week.